Just kidding. Hi, gang. Ruth Ann Thompson here with AfterShock Comics. Welcome back to our AfterShock Epicenter, where we're going to talk about all the new comic books coming out for New Comic Book Day. Today, we're going to be talking about both uh, Oberon #5 and Orphanage #4 coming out this Wednesday, July 10th. So this is live. I have some people that are moderating the questions right now. Just kidding on that as well. um, so, welcome back. If you guys haven't been reading Oberon, it is such a fun, very Shakespearean story about, you guessed it, Oberon, the king of the fairies. He is kidnapped. Well, he's persuaded a young Bonnie to join him in the fairy world and all that jazz. So, if you guys didn't read the one right beforehand, in our last comic of Oberon #4, Oberon did away with Mother May after we found out her true identity, and she hinted to the fact that the Nevermen are here and after Bonnie as we speak. Queen Titania invited Oberon to bring Bonnie to the Immortal Masquerade Ball. As you can see, this beautiful ball that they have going on in there and all the magic that ensues there. So for this episode of Oberon #5, Oberon kind of gets into a magical scuffle with an old acquaintance. Bonnie and Nick's dance is nefariously interrupted, and hilarity ensues. And as always, the artwork in here is absolutely gorgeous and all that jazz, and it's so much fun in this very magical, fantastical world. So the question still stand is, will Bonnie ever make it home? And if she isn't the Lovett, as Oberon assumed that she was, then why is he still like kidnapping her? We don't know. So follow this one. I'm really excited for you guys to read this week. The other new comic that we have coming out this week is Orphanage #4. And if you guys haven't picked up this title yet, it's an incredible vision of looking at society. So basically, 20 years ago, all of the adults in the entire world just died for no reason. They don't know what happened or why. So this is 20 years later, and the world that was created by these children who had no adult supervision and no education and no knowledge of how to do things once you're an adult. So in the last issue, #3, if you caught that the last time that came out, while Daniel, Willa, and Princess are still trying to make their way to the big city of Albany, which is supposed to be the safest place for them, they run into what they describe as a feral, which is essentially one of the kids 20 years ago that just somehow survived in the wild and has lost all knowledge of human communication or anything like that. So they basically become a wild animal. So and then poor Princess, she tries to connect with him and help this feral creature, but she learns a very difficult lesson. But in this comic that's coming out on Wednesday, as I drop it on the ground, they actually finally make it to the big city of Albany. And it's amazing for Princess, because as a kid who grew up in this new world without any sort of infrastructure and that sort of thing, the idea of stores and restaurants and electricity is very like surprising for her. So Daniel meets up with an old friend. We'll see if they are able to get a caravan to go see if there's any survivors from Princess's hometown, and if they'll survive the onslaught of the new church, who's been basically ransacking and destroying all sorts of villages across the US. And what I love about this artwork as well is it's very like dry and like sepia tone, almost like very Western style of artwork. So that's been another incredible comic to come out from AfterShock. So please pick this up tomorrow on Wednesday, July 10th. Please do. And for all those here in Southern California, I hope you are safe after the earthquakes last week. And for all of you going to San Diego Comic-Con, have a safe and awesome trip. Let me check in here with you guys on our live stream, see if I can see any of our comments and questions. I don't know if I can. We'll find out. There we go. All right. Awesome. I actually cannot see the questions up here live, so maybe Stefan can help me. But either way, guys, it's so great to see you here. Hopefully you're going to your local comic book shops and picking up more comics. If not, go to our website. You can always order comics there. There's also on every single page, there is a comic shop locator. So you can find your nearest comic book shop to be able to pick up the new AfterShock Comics. So thank you guys again for joining. We will see you next week here again, 12 Pacific or 3 p.m. Eastern for the Epicenter to talk about the next comics coming out. See you then, and read dangerously. Bye, guys.